Hi guys, this video brings you the fundamentals and basic knowledge on the duct systems and the basic configurations of those duct systems available. So in the video outline, first we will get a brief identification of what is a duct system is and basic and key features of a duct system. Then we will move to identify what are the basic configurations of particular duct systems available in residential, commercial and industrial applications. So first of all, we will identify what is a duct system is. Basic idea of a duct system is it is a sort of path or a passage or a channel that handles fluid flows in heating, ventilation and air conditioning applications. So here you are seeing one sort of channel or a passage for that particular purpose. And when we consider about these duct systems, these are with different types and that are available, and these types are varied with different applications and different environmental conditions, and these duct systems are designed with according to the standards, and these duct systems are available with different types of elements such as air handler units, diffusers, grills, dampers, filters and many more elements. So we will identify first our first configuration, reduced extended plenum system. So first of all, I will introduce you the extended plenum duct systems. So basic idea of extended plenum system is it is with the same cross section from start to end. Here you are seeing the supply plenum. So from the supply plenum to the end of the section, it is with the same cross section. So in here there is a key feature, that is the maximum length of a extended plenum system is 24 feet. So here you are seeing from this particular part an extended plenum system, and it is ended from here. So next thing is the reduced extended plenum systems. So the feature of this reduced extended plenum system is it can be taken more than 24 feet. For extended plenum systems, it is limited to 24 feet and do not exceed that. And in reduced extended plenum systems, we can design the layout longer than 24 feet. So if we increase the length of extended plenum system, then we have to move to the reduced extended plenum systems. When we are increasing the length more than 24 feet, then we have to take a reducer like in this figure. So after that reducer, we can continue the duct length, and the feature of this reduced extended plenum system is we can take more than 24 feet, and when we are using this reduced extended plenum systems, then it will reduce the insufficient air flow for the air handler units near branches. So when the extended plenum system is longer than 25 without a reducer, then it tends to reduce the airflow of the branches that are near to the air handler unit. That is compensated by the reduced extended plenum system. So in extended plenum systems, we can take more than 24 inches without reducing the cross section if we by this way. So we can take 24 feet maximum for one direction and take another 24 feet from the opposite direction. Then we can take same cross section for both cases, but we cannot take for the same direction more than 24 feet. So these are relatively easy to fabricate because of the same cross section, and these are easy to design with, and these are very much ideal for smaller duct runs. So those are the key features and the advantages of reduced extended plenum systems. Next thing is reducing trunk system. So as you see in the figure, this cross section is reduced after each branch. So the trunk size is reduced and it helps to maintain a constant flow velocity. According to the continuity equation, the relationship between flow velocity and the flow rate and the flow and the cross section area. So with the reduction of flow rate from the branches, it maintain a constant flow velocity with the reduction of cross section. So it helps to keep a good pressure balancing through the duct layout. So there are several drawbacks in the reducing trunk duct system. Those are higher material costs. Here you are seeing the geometry and the shapes are somewhat complex in these types of duct systems, because after each branch the cross section is reduced. Therefore the probability of leakage is also very much high, because the joints are fitting elements are high, and also these are relatively complex to design and needs higher level of skills for these kind of designs. Radial duct system. This is a simple and central supply plenum based duct system. So these are with the, here you are seeing the duct runs that carry out the conditioned air, and also here we can call the supply ducts, and generally these are assembled to the supply plenum, and also in residential and small room applications these are very much ideal. And when we compare with the other duct systems, these are very much easy to design and install with low space availability, and also with low cost and low maintenance. So we will move to the next type. It is perimeter loop duct system. In the perimeter loop systems, the radial feeders, these are the radial feeders, and they are connected to the perimeter. Here you are seeing the perimeter duct, and this perimeter duct and the radial ducts are same in the cross section. That means the cross section of the radial ducts are same, and also the cross section of the perimeter, this loop also similar. So at the several points the registers are installed that releases the conditioned air to the required spaces, and these are relatively complex to design more than the radial one, and these are quite expensive to install. Mostly in residential applications these are very much used and very much ideal for those kind of applications. So these are the main types that we discuss according to the duct configurations that are available in commercial, industrial and residential applications. So we will meet you again in another video. So goodbye. Thank you.